Vincent, good afternoon. Yes, good afternoon.
Oh, hi, Michael. How are you?
Look, I'm okay, but you don't sound really chirpy.
I'm on a bit of a downer at the moment. I don't know. I just find everything sort of going on is sort of crazy with my partner. They've put the papers through for the divorce, so that's sort of happening. So, I just have to wait for the papers to go through the process, and then that's it.
I guess you'll be glad to see the back of it, yeah. But look, if it's just, and that's that sort of waiting. Oh, God. Who likes that sort of thing? No one likes waiting.
Yeah, it's just that waiting thing. But, so I've just been on a bit of a downer about that. But other than that, I'm just sort of, just sort of working and trying to be positive about things.
Yeah. Well, good. And I think, all the tools you've got at your disposal, all your inner strength, you just got to lift yourself up and, maybe you could try, have you, there's men's group, and, you've got to sort of pick and choose. You don't want to get stuck with the wallowers, so to speak.
Yes.
Them that wallow. But some of them can be quite positive, especially if they're the ones that sort of, go out in the woods and strip naked and do sort of coyote noises.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd be comfortable doing that.
Not during winter anyway. I
think the warmer weather for that kind of activity. But like I was thinking of joining a choir because I was a choir boy. I grew up as a choir boy, so I did enjoy that. So I was thinking of joining a choir.
Oh, that would be quite good. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm looking into that. It's just sort of it's kind of just thinking about the songs I want to sing. Because I'm really thinking I'd like to sing more like sort of Barry Manilow style songs.
Some Barry Manilow, of course.
Yeah. I don't want to sing any of this modern stuff.
Yeah. Oh, Barry was a great storyteller. I mean, Copacabana had me laughing, had me crying. It was...
well, he wrote the songs that made the whole world sing.
Well, he did. And of course, then ABBA came back. Well, thank you for the music, and it was like a conversation over the airwaves back when we listened to AM, didn't we?
Yes.
Speaking of listening, we should start the session proper. I trust there's been no harm or self harm, God forbid.
No harm or self harm. Although I did get a paper cut.
Yes, you've done that before. You should just stay away from paper.
Yes, I need to move to a paperless office.
No, it sounds like you have quite an antagonistic relationship with it, and it's something that it may have something to do with your attachment style. Maybe you'd sort of, I don't know. Look, it's not for me to.
It all started when I did that origami course.
Gotta be careful.
I was covered in scabs and slashes. It's awful.
Yeah, did it come with you? Well, that's the other thing I wanted to cover, actually. But let's. Well, why don't we do that first? And that was something that you brought up last week.
Yes.
I know you've been in touch with Dr Ghoul, who was the psychiatrist who who was as part of your menopause and your sort of So I spoke to him because I sort of briefly chatted. We didn't go into any personal stuff, but he did say he's caught up with you, gave you a few sort of exercises, because with psychotherapy, it's like physiotherapy. You don't go there for the massage, really. It's to know what to do when you're by yourself at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So actually, he and I were chatting about it, and I said, "Look, I think this thing's got legs, and this condition, what's the right word for it? It'll come to me. But I said, look, I need to just sort of maybe shorten it, and we came up with what I think is a good acronym, and this is, I think, and he was pretty confident that's what you had, which is, you remember he said. You said you felt rage, and it was wrestling with inanimate objects. So it's called the iwayo, which is enragement while wrestling. No, actually, there's no A in there. It's an iwayo. While wrestling with inanimate objects, and you just mentioned paper, which is quite a good one. I mean, it's.
Yes.
It's not something. Yeah. I mean, you think you can defeat it easily, but then, ouch, comes the catch.
Yes. Like yes. Well, he did mention it, and I'm glad he's spoken to you about it, Dr. Ghoul. He also mentioned. I don't know if he mentioned to you. He also mentioned hormone displacement treatment, where he wanted to displace all my hormones.
No, I think what he was referring to is hormone misplacement treatment.
Oh, misplacement. Yes. He thinks my hormones are misplaced, and he wants them placed. He wants to take them out and then replace them in.
Yeah. And sometimes you can put the same ones in, and other times you can.
Sorry. You could put the same ones in, but you could maybe put others in.
Yeah, you could go like a hormonal smorgasbord,
I think I'd like that. I love a smorgasbord. I like a hormonal buffet.
A buffet. I'll show you, just pick and choose. Oh, goodness. That's what it. Oh, sorry, we're going to have to. Oh God, I'm not sure if I just call in sick on this session. Really.
Are you okay?
Oh gosh. But what I wanted to inquire with you, just as a sort of a follow up, is
yes.
The exercises that he set you are, just wanted to hear some examples of the inanimate objects you've been, enraged by while wrestling. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I did do some paper. I scaled up to cardboard.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I also scaled up from there to a trestle table. The trestle table exercise was very demanding. Taking it down, building it up again, and it took me 40 minutes. And I think he wants me. The next step is to go to IKEA, purchase something, and then assemble it.
I mean, that's real staple. That's
advanced. That's advanced.
Yeah. You've got to. I mean, that sort of thing takes time. Now, you want things that are kind of enrage you real quick, and just to see how quickly your red mist rises. There was something I wanted to throw in the mix, maybe, and I asked him, what about this? And he said, I hadn't thought of that. Do you have a clothesline at home?
A clothesline?
Yeah, like to dry your clothes after washing.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, without giving too much away, it's something that I suffer from, this iwio. But in relation to this, try hanging out fitted sheets on a clothesline, and trying to get it straight, because there's all that elastic, and And, you know, it's
Yes.
it's not circular, but you can't find the corners. And look,
Yes.
just give it a go. Maybe we'll talk about it next week just to see how.
I'll try that. Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's also, a lot of soft. I do have that soft furnishings phobia. So, I've got rid of a lot of soft furnishings in the house. Because that phobia does become a rage, I guess.
Well, it does. And the thing with some of those objects, pillows, best example, you can punch them,
Yes. Yes, I guess you could, but I'm scared they'll punch me back.
I see.
And the buttons look like eyes, and the tassels look like hair.
You don't want to pick a fight.
No.
No, especially, yeah.
I think I'm a coward.
Yeah, well, look, we'll get. But listen, our time. It does sound like you're making progress, and look, really, just it's a waiting game.
Yes.
With all that nonsense going on over there, and you've just got to pull your socks up and strap yourself into whatever roller coaster you're riding and enjoy the ride. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Thanks, Michael. I really appreciate this. Is great. Really sort of lifted my spirits. Thank you so much.
Excellent. I'll speak to you soon.
Okay, thanks, Michael. Bye.
Bye-bye.